This episode of the ResortLoop.com podcast is brought to you by Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company. Joffrey's is proud to be the official specialty coffee of Disney. Enjoy drinks and pastries at Joffrey's kiosks throughout the parks and check out the Disney Specialty Coffee Collection only at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
The body of water that you see to the right of our forward motion is the Seven Seas Lagoon. The Seven Seas Lagoon is a man-made creation that took 3 years and the removal of millions of cubic yards of earth to complete.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. This is ResortLoop.com. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
And this is episode 216. Oh my goodness. This isn't that kind of show, Bob. I don't know what you're doing over there.
Oh, sorry.
You all right?
I was cutting the grass. I think I got some
little pollen in there?
Grass allergies or something. Yeah. So I'm all right now.
You okay?
Hey, Tim.
Yes?
Real quick before we get started, and I explain my my heavy breathing. Did you know Joffrey's Coffee? We've talked about that Biscoffee, the fantastic Biscoffee.
Yes.
Joffrey's are good pals and supporters of the show. They have a 25% off their Biscoffee right now with coupon code COOKIE.
Nice.
And that is a good cup of coffee. It's equal parts caramelized brown sugar and cinnamon goodness. A melt-in-your-mouth treat reminiscent of the popular cookie offered on many airline flights.
And that coffee is smooth.
Isn't it smooth?
It's fantastic.
Oh my gosh, that's Patty's new favorite.
Is it?
She just, she loves that thing. Yeah,
Another one of those ones you don't really need cream for.
No. You don't need anything for it. No sugar, no cream, no anything. And, there's, got to mention, no allergies. It's gluten-free, all of that stuff. It's it's
the perfect food.
It's the perfect food.
Perfect.
It's, low in calories and all of that stuff. There's no added calories with the flavored coffees.
No, we asked Chris about that before, so.
Yeah, it's awesome. So
love it.
Anyway, Tim.
Yes, Bob.
What are we going to talk about today, and why was I breathing the way I was?
Well, one, I don't know why you were breathing the way you were. Two, we are going to be talking about, it's that time of year again, Bob, Star Wars weekends.
Oh, I thought allergy season.
It's that too.
Yes, Star Wars weekends.
Very exciting.
And I am a dark Sith.
I don't even know what that means. You should probably have that removed if you have one of those.
I'm hoping.
Oh my gosh. Great time of year. And it's just going to get better and better.
Absolutely.
Now that the whole Star Wars thing is under Disney's wing.
Oh, man. Everybody's so looking forward to the hopefully, not announced, nothing is announced, but hopefully a Star Wars land in the studios.
You know what? That's so far back on my radar right now because I'm honestly looking forward to December. I want the movie.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely. And again, one of the great things, just one of the many great things that Disney does throughout the year, we got Epcot, Flower and Garden, of course, the Star Wars weekends.
Let's have a moment of silence.
Huh?
Let's have a moment of silence for ESPN The Weekend.
No. Do we have to?
I was there for the very first one. I have an inaugural pin.
Do you really?
I do.
Wow, that's got to be worth cents.
Probably. But no, you're right. They have constant events going on now.
Yeah.
Always something to look forward to.
Always something to look forward to. And before we start talking about Star Wars weekends, I got to throw this question out to you.
Okay.
I got to do it.
Do it.
Are we going to end up with a Marvel weekend? I don't think so in Florida, but what about out in Disneyland?
Very well. There will be one. I think there will be one. I still got to believe. And I'm not predicting anything. Mm-hmm. They got to be working on it behind the scenes.
Yeah.
They're going to cut a check. They're going to switch some kind of property around. They're going to make them an offer.
Yeah, something's got to happen. Something's going to happen.
I could be wrong. I'm rarely wrong. But I could be wrong. Eventually, any of these Marvel properties, they're going to be promoting for Disney.
Right.
Films, you know?
Right.
Because eventually people will start getting confused.
Yeah, I think you're going to see all of the Marvel properties eventually just be absorbed. I think it has to happen.
Now, it might take 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Well,
I'm optimistic.
Sony's allowing Spider-Man to be in the new Marvel Civil War that's coming out.
Yes.
So that'll be kind of cool.
It's like Roger Rabbit. Everything's blending together. All the characters are coming together and crossing borders. It's amazing.
I loved that movie.
I know.
I thought we were talking about Star Wars weekends.
We are. Let's get back on the rails.
No, I got one more for you.
Okay.
And I know you. And you are honest with me always.
That's my fault. I'm honest with everybody.
Are we going to see an Avatar weekend?
After the movies come out, yes. There'll be something.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
If the movie comes out and it's as popular as the first one.
Yeah, you're probably right, because they're going to want to promote the park. They're going to want to promote the Animal Kingdom.
It's been so long. People forget how popular that movie was. It was crazy.
Oh my gosh. It was crazy huge.
It was number one every week.
Yeah.
Remember, people were going into depression because the world they lived in was not blue.
Yes. Yes.
There were crazy news stories about that movie when it came out.
Yeah. Yeah. It was. It was something. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. The special effects were spectacular, and I can only imagine what the new ones are going to be like as well. So, but anyway, okay.
Yes.
So we're going to talk Star Wars weekends, which they've already started. They started last weekend.
Yes, they did.
Running to June 14th. So in the Star Wars weekends, this comes from Disney's official press release. This is what they say. Beginning May 15th, 2015, the Force returns to Disney's Hollywood studios as Star Wars Weekends combines the fun and adventure of the Star Wars franchise with the magic of Disney parks.
Ooh.
This year it's called Star Wars Rebels. I don't know why. But
that's the name of the show.
They got to call it something.
Absolutely.
Because that's how they sell more T-shirts and pins and mugs.
Exactly. If you had called it the same thing every year, people wouldn't be buying new shirts every year.
Right. Now, you and I have both been down there at different times during Star Wars weekends.
We have.
Tell us a little bit about your experience.
I did not do anything involving Star Wars on our trip.
Okay. So anyway.
But no, it was really kind of crazy because there were stormtroopers above the entrance there.
Yeah.
Doing their little marching back and forth. They were doing banter, which was really kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then just walking through the parts, everybody in costume, it was really kind of cool.
Yeah, it's almost like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, where people dress up as their favorite Star Wars character.
Yeah, I saw several Princess Leias.
Yeah.
It was really cool. No gold bikinis, though, but I saw Princess Leia in there. Or people with bagels on their heads. I don't know what it was.
Not sure what that was.
Yeah.
I mean, just a fun time. And they when we were down there a couple of years ago, my son and I went into Darth Maul. It's called, which is a huge tent back behind Rock and Roller Coaster that they just sell all things Star Wars. You can get your face on a doll, a stormtrooper doll, which is kind of cool. But you're right. It's just a really cool, different experience. It makes the parks a different experience.
It does. It's very different than the store at the Magic Kingdom, the Mall of Presidents. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. Someone just drove off the road.
What are you talking about?
It's the Biscoffee coffee.
It's the Biscoffee. Too much. Oh, my goodness. But did you see, because I didn't see anybody dressed in costume anywhere else. It was only at the Hollywood Studios.
It was. I didn't see him in any of the hotels. I didn't see him walking in other parks. It's a very monogamous event.
Right. Now, I did see a lot of small kids with their faces painted.
Oh, a lot of little Darth Mauls running around.
Everywhere.
They were cute. A lot of lightsabers. I don't know how they got those through security.
Right. So all that Disney asks is that you don't cover your face, really, so that they can see who people are. So you can't really wear your full, I know you have a full Stormtrooper uniform.
I do. It kind of clinks around, though, but...
Yeah, that took you a long time to make.
That's a lot of whiteout, I got to be honest.
Quite impressive. So this year, the big star at the studios this year is Emperor Palpatine, Senator/Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars, Ian McDiarmid.
Yes,
I know the characters. I don't really know the actors all that well. And of course, the voice of Yoda is back, Frank Oz.
Oh, people are really excited about this one.
Absolutely,
he's a huge deal.
Yeah,
huge.
And isn't he also Kermit the Frog?
I think so.
I do believe so.
Master puppeteer.
So every weekend, they have. That's where you're going to meet the stars. Now, I've never done that.
No,
where you stand in line for hours in the Florida sun to meet the stars. But
yeah,
that's just me. It's nice because it kind of breaks up the park, so that people are standing in line to see the stars while we're riding the rides.
Well, but plus, we didn't go down specifically. Lane, you did, I believe, didn't go down specifically to see Star Wars.
No
events down there. It just happened to coincide.
Exactly. But again, it's one of those things that that when you're down there during one of these Star Wars weekends, a lot of the other parks are not going to be real crowded.
That's right.
A lot of people are going to the studios
for the big draw.
So, again, this week, the first weekend, this past weekend, we had Senator / Emperor Palpatine was there, and then a couple of other actresses from Star Wars, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith. Amy Allen, who played Ayala Secura, and Star Wars Rebels, the actor Sabine Wren, or no, that was the character. Sircar.
Yeah. They do lots of voice work.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, one that I wouldn't mind meeting would be kind of cool. Would be Warwick Davis, who was in The Phantom Menace and Star Wars Return of the Jedi. That would be kind of cool to meet him. That's this coming weekend, May 22nd, May 29th. He's going to be there as well. And then you can also meet Boba Fett, which is a big one.
Huge.
Then the following week, the first weekend in June, you got Darth Maul himself and another Boba Fett.
A different one?
It's a different one.
You got Ray Park. He's not afraid of no ghosts. Oh, that's someone else. Never mind.
That's Darth Maul. Come on, stay with me.
Sorry.
And then, of course, the very last weekend is when you're going to find, which is June 12th and 13th and 14th, you're going to meet Frank Oz. I would like to meet Frank Oz.
Yeah, but he's not the only big deal that weekend.
Oh, no, he is not.
Oh, my gosh.
You got Chewbacca himself, Peter Mayhew. That would be kind of cool.
That would be awesome.
That would be kind of cool.
It's going to be hot down there with him wearing that suit, too.
Man. I don't think he's wearing the suit.
Oh.
No, other people will be wearing a suit.
That's true.
Yeah. I did get to see, I will say this, because they have the parade. Of course, they have the parade that goes through with all of the Star Wars stars, actors in cars as they drive up the boulevard there toward the theater, and the Chinese theater. And I got to see Billy D. Williams.
Oh, wow.
Which was very cool. I waved.
Did he wave back?
Well, he waved in my direction.
Oh, he's waving at you.
I'm sure.
He saw the attractive Bob Collar and was like, hello.
Well, I mean, I will say that was before the whole Resort Loop thing, so, maybe he didn't know who I was.
He broke out the Colt 45 voice. Yeah. Hello, Bob.
So, So, a lot of cool things to do down there. Again, I loved going into the Darth Mall and shopping in there. But again, things are what they are. It's Disney, and I think prices are a little bit elevated.
A little bit.
But I will say this. There's nothing more fun than riding Star Tours with someone who's dressed in costume. It makes for just a whole different experience.
Isn't that cool?
So it is fun. That is fun. So yeah, Star Tours. Now, how big do you suppose it's going to be if they expand the park and actually have a Star Wars land?
That is going to be unbelievable.
Has to be.
It's just going to be incredible.
Has to be. So I have a premonition, and I'm saying this is a premonition.
Okay, I'm very excited
because this kind of came to me.
I'm impressed on two levels. One, I can't wait to hear it. Two, that you used the word premonition. It's fantastic.
And I know what it means.
Exactly. You could have said prediction, but you went premonition for a reason. I love this.
I had, and we've used this word before, an epiphany.
Yes, remember that.
So, okay, follow my logic again.
Okay.
Sometimes we're right about this thing. Just for Looper Nation, every now and then we're right.
Let's just bring up the fountain at the Polynesian, first of all.
At the Polynesian, exactly.
Before that was on anybody's radar, we said that was gone.
We did. I don't know how we knew that.
I don't know either.
We did. So follow my logic on this,
all
right?
Following.
We know that there's a good chance that they're going to have Star Wars Land in the studios. They're already talking about taking out the Echo Lake area, possibly getting rid of Indiana Jones to expand Star Wars Land. What did they just get rid of the weekend of May the 4th? And as you remember, that's a huge deal in Star Wars lore because everybody's May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
I was there on May the 4th. Star Wars weekends did not start until 2 weeks later. What do you think they're going to do? Since they got rid of Expedition Everest, that was the last one.
Yes.
Now they have their Star Wars half marathon out in California, but that's all the way back in January in California.
That's a long way away.
My premonition, epiphany, prediction,
yes,
is that they're going to bump it up. They're going to have a Star Wars marathon the weekend of May the 4th or near there so that people can be there during May the 4th, and that's when they will kick off Star Wars weekends.
I love it.
Thank you very much.
The Jedi Run.
The Jedi Run. The Kessel Run.
I was going to say, what was that run they did in what was it, parsecs?
Han Solo did the Kessel Run.
Awesome.
5 parsecs.
I
guess is a measure of speed, not time or something.
I don't know. Distance, dimensions. I don't know.
Something. Yeah.
I'm all metric over here. I don't know what that is. I'm kidding.
You couldn't convert to metric if your life depended on it.
No, not even if I could divide by 10.
So I think you're going to see Star Wars be shifted a little bit. It's still only going to be a month long because if you remember, Star Wars weekends was only a week for a while there. The first week in June.
It was so popular, though.
And it just started growing and growing and growing. Now it's a month long, and I think you're going to see it shift to the beginning of May with a either a 5K or a half marathon, maybe a full marathon. They might try and tie it all in almost like a dopey challenge.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
Can you imagine the medals?
And
what people are going to want to run for? They have to do it. Imagine the money that will be leaving on the table.
Absolutely. I couldn't figure out. I kept thinking, why would they get rid of Expedition Everest? I mean, there were so many people there, Tim, you couldn't imagine. Wow. I mean, it was just thousands of people running in this thing. And I'm thinking, why are they not doing this anymore? It can't be because, it's more difficult than it is any of their other marathons. Mm-hmm. And as I was preparing for this show today, it struck me. May the 4th, we were there. Nothing. There was no to-do about it, no anything. So they're going to, since they got rid of Expedition Everest, they're going to shift it, and it's going to be a Star Wars marathon weekend. How about that? That
is fantastic. I'm hoping so.
I do as well. I think it's going to be awesome. So, real quick, I got to throw a shout out to our good pals over at allears.net. where we got some of our information for today's show. They've got some fantastic links, video links and things on the parades and things from Star Wars weekends past. So check out our good pals over at allears.net for that.
They are always a great resource.
And Tim.
Yes, Bob.
That is all I've got.
Bob, I want to bring up one more thing.
Okay.
If for no other reason, I knew this past weekend was the beginning of Star Wars weekend.
Yeah, how'd you know that?
Because the periscope on my phone just kept on going off. Everybody I was following just happened to be there when they were all broadcasting the fireworks with the Star Wars music.
Uh-huh.
It looked incredible.
Oh. I tried that other one. What's that other one?
The Meerkat. Meerkat.
Yeah, I tried that when I was down there, and apparently Periscope is more popular.
Well, it's actually owned by Twitter, so you know that one's going to be sticking around.
Yeah. So next time I'll go with Periscope.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there. So give it a whirl. See what you think.
That's cool. Yeah, if anybody else, if you're going to be down there at during Star Wars weekends, we would love a show open. We haven't had one in a while.
No, what are you guys doing? Oh my goodness!
We're always hearing from Jiwoo and Ben and Ava.
Oh yes,
from England. We'd love to get a show open from you, especially if you're down in Florida for Star Wars weekends.
Yeah, you don't have to be a little looper. You can be a big looper.
Absolutely. What's our phone number that they could send that to? Real quick and easy.
Quick and easy. It's area code 414
WDW
Loop. I love that.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Just pick up your phone.
Yeah.
Email us some audio file, whatever you want to do. We're easy.
However you want to do it. So now is the time you say all the things you say.
Now's the time I need to say. Now is the best time to say what I need to say. Everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott. You can find me on Twitter at ResortLoopTim, at Facebook at TimResortLoopScott, and even at ResortLoop.com.
I'm ResortLoop Bob on the Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget Facebook.com/ResortLoop, and rate us on iTunes if you would be so kind. Like us on Facebook. And where else can they listen, Tim?
Give us a try over at the Stitcher. Everybody, thanks for joining us. This has been the Gateway to the Magic.
See you, everybody.